Kelli Gilmore, and I am the Chief Operations Officer for MindFinders, Washington, D.C. location. And MindFinders is a IT healthcare staffing company, and we do mostly healthcare staffing, but we do the full gamut. We started as an IT healthcare staffing. So when Tim and I met and we got together, we both were kind of like, I don't know how this is going to work, but we had the good synergy. We were able to connect, and I understood where where his gaps were with MindFinders, and we started off with a 6-month trial. Let's see how it works. And I was confident enough to say I can prove my value. And in 6 months, if it doesn't work, we can part ways, but we haven't parted ways since. So it's the thing about what Tim has done, probably the last 12 years, is expanding on his passion and things that he likes. So he's, IT, if you have a math issue, if you need him to solve a math, I still call him. I'm like, hey, can you tell me what 1 + 1 is? Because I have 11 and it keeps saying it's wrong. So is it 11 or is it 2? And he's like, it's 2, and this is why it's 2, right? So he's really amazing about that. But he also has this other side of his brain where he's creative, and he loves architecture, and he loves real estate. He loves real estate and all that kind of stuff. So he bought a place in the Dominican Republic. So when he bought the house, he was having a house built, which was Villa Collie, what we know of it now. Didn't have a name for it, and his daughters were like, why don't we name it after Grandma? And he was like, I never thought about that. So Villa Collie had this huge birth, and he's always dreamed of having some type of hotel or a place where he could have a gathering space for many, many people. And he built it. Took about 2 years for it to build, and Villa Collie appeared. So it's an 8-bedroom house, and it is one of the best places that I've stayed in the world. And I've not traveled all of the world, but I've been a lot of places. And it feels good. The synergy is really good because there's a middle place in the house. In the middle of the house is kind of the gathering space for all of the people who are there. And they tend to gather in that space. So fast forward, he comes to Kenya. He was only supposed to be here for 3 weeks. He's been here almost 4 months. And he says, now I'm looking for a house. And I am the kind, I'm like, okay, all right, we'll see what's going on, okay. And then he finds this house, and he's like, it's another Villa Collie. And so again, knowing him as well as I do, it gives the feel when you walk in that this is a gathering space and a place where, it feels like a home, and it feels, comfortable, and people can chat and talk. And so my day 2 that's kind of what I feel. And this event tonight kind of, sealed it, that this was a place where people could come and be comfortable and, share their ideals and designs, and, network, and maybe connect and grow their theories or ideas.